As I sit up here blaze my riff, you know what I mean? It just be thinking like, every morning I get up, my first thoughts are, man, I hope my kids okay. I hope I hope the mother of them is doing okay too, so they can have successful days. You know what I mean? Even though I ain't with the mother of my children, I still hope they do well, so my children won't face that mourn or that sadness if something happened to their mother. You feel me? That'll be my first thoughts of the day every morning. Every fucking morning, that's my first thoughts of the day. Then I blaze my riff. You know what I'm saying? And contemplate on how I'm gonna use my intelligence to navigate another day. You know what I'm saying? So as I sit up here in Eden Park, I just be thinking like, I come to Eden Park a lot because I literally live around the corner. It's my little wake and bake spot, my little chill spot, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, I'm starting this TikTok thing, breaking down situations that I fuck with or situations that I'm gonna put my input on. Like once you learn so much shit and study so much, going outside ain't the same. Everywhere you go, you see history. Everywhere you go to see the destruction of people that look like me's history. Like for instance, no minister or preacher gonna talk to you about the history of North America before or during the fictional biblical times. At all. They're not gonna talk about our history, period. Because they don't know. Or they don't want to learn. They don't, because you gonna look at shit differently. Every time I come outside, I see history. I see the manipulation. It's hard. Like, once you become so educated, it's hard to be a slave. And I'm saying that respectfully. Because if you ain't part of the 2,000 motherfuckers considered the black nobility, which the Pope is part of that, then you a slave on the planet Earth. You could be a high-priced slave. You could be $1 billion slave, $1 million slave. It don't matter. You still on the same level as everybody that's not involved with the manipulation and mind manipulation of this world, man. Like how can you become a leader of a certain section of the world? Like you the leader of this country. A certain section you're mapped off in this military control. Every country is military control. Now Puerto Rico and stuff like that, they don't have militaries. But they ran by outside forces. They fucking speak Spanish. 95% of the country ain't even never been to Spain. So they controlled militarily. You know what I mean? And it's just trying to put people on to what's going on in the world is so fucking hard, man. But you can't do nothing else once you learn so much. And I ain't learned from the internet. I had to travel and go study, read books just before the internet. And everything I was talking about in the 90s is acting out now. Like even people trying to get on to what they consider knowledge, like woke or whatever, them all fucking modern concepts that don't even make sense. Nigga, if you study history past before Christopher Columbus, they can consider you woke. Like Ivan Van Sertima considered woke. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Dr. B and them, now they woke. Nigga, they just went out of their way to research. Renuku. They just went out of their way to do research for us. And this is when you had to read books. When you had to go to the library and bring up the microfiche, you feel me? Or you had to go to Mississippi in a mom and pop store where they told stories. They're like, man, we been here. These motherfuckers literally came and say, all right, we discovered this. And we looking at them like, nigga, we been here. What you mean? We've been doing business with different people in different countries forever. But them whole different stories, you know what I mean? And this why it'd be difficult to speak to people. Because once you know and to study so much, your conversations and how you observe shit is just different. Like for instance, like we could talk about restaurants. Compare it. Like you see a server, you see a bartender. All you see is what they present you at the table and at the bar. But we know how the restaurant business go. They don't know the backstory of it. So when you work at a restaurant and then you visit another restaurant, you know how to act accordingly. You know what's going on. You know the history. You know how it is. So you're gonna tend to treat people better. You know what I'm saying? That's a comparison to life, man. Once you know and understand the manipulation, you can't see nothing else. You become aware. Like you can see. That's why the Pope seat is called the sea. He's a controller of the sea. SEE. Everything you see and observe mentally, he putting a picture in you. And this shit is crazy. You know what I mean? I say free Palestine. Only because that's just wrong. We all know that shit wrong. But anyway, until Arabs stop that slavery shit and slave trade and them Jews stop lying, I could give a fuck about what's going on in the Gaza Strip. But innocent children and women, they shouldn't be dying, man. You can't kill the innocent for the mental manipulation war y'all trying to fight. But, you know, as the Arabs say, all praise is due to Allah, nigga, y'all got slaves. Y'all don't treat people equally, nigga. Allah to me is arm, leg, arm, head, nigga. It's me, it's us. It ain't no fictional character. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we done studied the history of Islam and all that, nigga. I say peace to my brothers when I go to this corner store. I say assalamu alaikum. That's mean peace be unto you. But they know how I stand on this shit. One of my good friends is a Muslim raised in Dubai. We talk about this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I got friends in different countries. We talk about this shit. Like raised Muslim, diehard Muslims. Like telling me, nigga, my Muslim friends from Senegal be like, Azariah, the shit you be saying, they'll kill you for that. Why? Because I'm speaking the truth. Like you from Senegal, nigga, that Islam was introduced to your country by the sword. Wasn't no fucking Islam in Senegal. Before they invaded and made y'all convert to religion, nigga, don't hand me that shit. Ain't no country had no religion until somebody invaded and made them think that way. That's it. And niggas, I had to talk about my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Niggas so fucking naive. They don't even realize they've been kidnapped, held hostage to the point where now niggas is the police. The same people, ancestors who kidnapped and enslaved us got niggas going to kidnap and enslave niggas too. Which is crazy. Because the mission was, all right, after I get free and make it, I'm coming back to get everybody. But during that whole adventure, the motherfucker become assimilated into the culture, then start looking at other people that look like me as savages and slaves and thugs and you know what I mean, which is hilarious to me. When I see a black motherfucker in politics, I be like, man, that is so wild. That is so wild for becoming a part to try to force us under maritime admiralty law. Then people be like, well, why you ain't go to school? Why you don't be a teacher? Why, nigga, you can't teach real shit. They give you a curriculum. They started schools by kidnapping kids and forcing them into schools, man. Come on, man. How you gonna go to school for 12 years and can't look up in the sky and tell me what time it is? Or tell me what type of tree I'm looking at right here? You know what I'm saying? How? You can't even recognize your outside. You know what I'm saying? You go to school all them years, you can't even tell me your surroundings. You can't tell me what fruit and vegetable is good for the body or what herbs I could take as medicine, nigga. But you go to school and college and all this shit, you think they training you to be a fucking slave to them. Yeah, you can pay $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year. Nigga, that's nothing. They spend that on paintings and at auctions. They spend your whole year's salary at auctions, nigga. And you act like you better than a nigga. Man, peace and love, family. You know what I'm saying?